Again, this is Forbes. New coronavirus stimulus bill in Congress creates U.S. digital dollar. It's the central bank digital currency, CBDC. People have been talking about it the last few days, and so it's just crazy to see it all happen so quickly. And this is where I kind of want to point to just the history of this channel, because there's a lot of sentiment out there of people saying, "Oh man, this is it. They're taking out the deep state. They're draining the swamp." And I like the optimism. Obviously, that would be fantastic if that happens. But I always allude back to this point here that was made at the beginning of Age of Deceit 3, and I'm going to play it. It's basically Manly P. Hall's last lecture that he gave to the Freemasons. And if you guys don't know who Manly P. Hall is, he was a occultist, author, historian, and he became a Mason late in life. And he says something very interesting about the 21st century that the Brotherhood has planned.
Almost all of the secret societies of the past have been dedicated to clean up jobs. They've all come like the Knights Templars to take care of the corruptions of various beliefs and doctrines. They came to take the place of political corruption that was beyond hope. Every day, in every way, the brothers were at work, sometimes secretly but always continuing.
There you go. So I think the whole tear down of the the corruption and all that was just part of the game, and we're going to see some of that become pretty obvious here. Okay, let me get back to this and wrap things up, because what was I saying? I was saying I focused a lot on the economy in the last couple years, just looking at the digital world of cryptocurrencies, but also the monetary system, where they're starting to converge. And I think we're at that point right now. This is the transition taking place. And so if you're new to the channel, definitely check out some of the videos I've made in the past couple years, really, that have to do with the monetary system. They're in there. Did a big one on Israel and where they're being set up in this new digital economy, and they have a pretty strong position. And that's, I don't think by surprise. I think that's prophetic. But we'll have to wait and see. And so we have this central bank digital currency that they're presenting, and I think there's a giant bug in here. That's crazy. There's a huge bug. Okay. And this ties into what the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, have directly been helping these central banks around the world to create. It's this digital currencies. Back in September, they were talking about stable coins. I think this is a link I wanted to share. Back in July of 2019, the rise of digital money. They've been prepping the central banks around the world for this. And this is the one that was interesting because I tried to share it on Twitter a couple times, and I guess the tweet got, censored or shadow banned or something. So people didn't see the tweet with this link. But basically, this is the IMF working papers, designing central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. And I can put a link in the chat here so you guys can take a quick peek at it, see if that works. And it just pretty much provides a groundwork to how central banks can utilize, distributed ledger technology and blockchain and all that kind of stuff to create their own central bank cryptocurrency. And that's what's happening with the dollar. So, and again, it's interesting because trying to put a bow on this video here, I just wanted to hop in and share some things and then jump out because it's pretty late. But you look at the issue here stemming out of China, and then you look at Israel's connection to China through the Rothschilds, but also through this monetary digital thing. You see how China's already treating its citizens through the digital infrastructure. And it's going to be really, really challenging for us to continue to educate people and for people to be like, no, this is a little too totalitarian. It's a little too, what they got going on in China about like social credit scores and stuff. It's just
You know, whenever Trump finally announces to the American people that we're going on the digital dollar, he's gonna say that the reason that we're doing it is because it's the smart thing to do. It makes sense, and it's going to solve a lot of problems. That's what Trump's going to say. He's going to say going digital, it makes sense, and it solves a lot of problems. So I would encourage you to go ahead and take that mark. And trust me, it's not the mark of the beast, despite what people are saying, might be saying. I mean, come on. I'm the chosen one.